I reach the end of the trail. The air is still, and I am a hunter. The hunt has led me to the forgotten edges of this world. Seasons pass, drawing me deeper into the darkness, where I have found the truth. That my redemption is found in ashes. That I must burn away the past to set things right. Once an assassin, now their pursuer. I must destroy those who I once called brother. The air is still, and I am a hunter.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Okay, this is going to be a review and introduction to Assassin's Creed 5, which is the 5th installation of the series. I'm going to go ahead and see the review number in case you want to go ahead and get that out of the way. It's going to be 4 out of 5 stars, I'll explain more later. Heads up, you do not need to play the games in order. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. I never did. But now, let us paint the picture. You are Shay Cormac, once a proud assassin. If you couldn't guess by the title of this game, that allegiance does not last. While you are sent to look for a precursor artifact of a lost era, the unexpected happens. The entire city collapses and you're to blame. Shay and Achilles, by the way, Achilles is the leader of the Creed at this time period. The two of you fight over what is right and what happened. In other words, none of them can be adults and talk it out. Like, Shay immediately is trying to throw hands, even though he's been on a boat for months to process this, and Achilles does not care and doesn't listen to him at all. And of course, because of that argument, Shay takes matters in his own hands and tries to steal the manuscript to prevent, more cities collapsing. He even gets away with it. Well, until he gets shot and falls off a mountain into the ocean and of course dies. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That's only half the game. You do not die. You are awakened. You're being taken care of some locals in some far off place. You are grabbed out of the ocean, I'm pretty sure by fishermen, and brought somewhere. These locals give you a new outfit after you protect them from some criminals who enter their home. And this outfit is definitely not a Templar uniform from their late son. We like to call this late son Plot Device 9000, and he is never important again because he's dead apparently. Oh well. Protect them from more criminals. They're just assassin soldiers. We call them criminals the entire game for some reason. I don't know why. And of course, later, you work with the British to take out their hideout. Man, I wonder if that general of the British could be a Templar. Oh look, he is. And before you know it, you're surrounded by Templars. They've protected you. They've saved your life. They are now your new allies. But these assassins are still trying to get those artifacts that destroyed the city. You can't let more cities collapse. You can't let that happen. Now that's pretty much the gist of the game. I mean, there's also the 7-Year War, which lasts 9 years. God, I love history. But let's get to the review process, and I'll explain exactly how I'm doing. There are 5 main parts or sections of the game I'm going to review. Each part can get 1 to 5 points, thus meaning a total of 25 points. They will get at least 5 unless they do really bad. And, 15 or more will be recommended. And then you'll have my full review. The 5 main parts for AC Rogue, in particular, are going to be story, concepts / how unique it is, the gameplay, cinematics, and of course, the price. Now, let's go ahead and do the story. Yes, I like making fun of parts of it. You saw my playthrough, for sure I did. Parts of it were very fun to make fun of, but there are also a lot of good parts of the story. The biggest problem with the story is that so many things did not land. A lot of things did. A lot of things were fun. But so many parts did not land, while so many parts did land. It's like almost completely neutral because of it. Because we have moments with a giant collapsing city where it just looks and is so good. But then not a single assassin thinks, hey, maybe Shay has a reason to be so angry because the city collapsed, and if it's his fault, he just killed thousands. Maybe we should listen to him. So I want to say the story was amazing, but I couldn't say it's bad either. It's just kind of in the middle. So I'm gonna go with plus 3 points. Okay, we're actually gonna do gameplay next instead of concept. I was gonna do concept, but we're swapping gameplay. I'll explain in a second. Let's get into this. Gameplay is going to run into a problem similar to concept. They had a lot of new stuff, like stronger bounty hunters, ice rams, even the enemy boarding our ship. But there's a massive problem. First, most Assassin's Creed games don't change much from base gameplay, which it's a good gameplay, and don't fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. But it kind of just feels like a copy of Black Flag at times, and there is a lot of things to keep it fresh. New different types of combat, the enemy boarding your ship, great example. An air rifle with a grenade launcher on the bottom. Bunch of cool things. But I can't give it 5 points, which I would probably do for Black Flag, because it just feels like a copy at times. Because there are so many things that are literally ripped from Black Flag and put in Rogue. So with that, we're gonna have it at 4 points. Alright, now let's get to concept. This is where we have the biggest problem. The thing about the concept is this is the first game where you're a Templar. You have 3 different maps. You have New York, you have somewhere in North America, and then you have, big ocean. Okay, a lot of cool areas. It is so much fun. You can go between them all. So many extra side quests to do. There is so much content. That isn't main story content, but there's so much content. But the problem is, so much is just risking a Black Flag. This section will take a very bad hit because of that. There's literally a moment, a random mission for some reason, where you save a tribe with pretty much no reason, and they go, find these items for cool armor, which is a direct copy and paste from Black Flag, but at least Black Flag's made sense in the story. This one didn't even make sense. Gameplay got affected a little bit by this, but the gameplay's still fun. Problem is, the concept, it's still good, but it's going to end up in the same problem the story is that there's massive problems that prevent it from being as good as it could be. And with that, it'll be plus 3 points. Alright, now let's go ahead and get cinematics done. Where do I even begin? Come on. Collapsing city, giant ship battles, a manor being filled with gas that you have to escape out of, using lightning rods to see a 3D map of the world. Oh, come on. There are so many cinematic scenes. The biggest problem is that there just needs to be more. Because there are just some parts of the game where it feels like there isn't as much cinema, But with that, it's going to be plus 4 points. And for the price, finally the price, most Assassin's Creed games tend to be $20. Actually, no, more new ones tend to be like 60, but now this one's 20. 30 if you want the deluxe, but most games are like 60. And this one's 20. Also, I got it on sale for $3. Plus 5 points. This is a massive game for $3. Obviously, not all devices will have sales, but $3. Even 20 is worth it. And that's what the base price of it is. But yeah, plus 5 points. And let's get to that final reveal. It's gonna be 19 points. With all of them combined, it's 19 points, which will be 4 out of 5 stars. So it's like the high 4 star. You get it. Point being, game has problems. I think community kind of blew it out of proportion in a lot of aspects. And there's a community specifically around the game that loved the game, and it's deserved. I mean, honestly, one of the biggest downfalls of the game is that none of the characters matter again. Shay doesn't matter again. Kinway does not matter again at all, because his story actually ends in Assassin's Creed 3. And no, I'm not talking about Edward, I'm talking about the other Kinway. His story ends in Assassin's Creed 3, so the only actual, like, real connections kind of already end or don't matter anymore. Shay just kind of disappears from the story, which is very unfortunate. And there's so many other things to do in the game that aren't the main story. I literally have an episode called like 9.5 because I got distracted doing other things. The game is great, especially if it's on sale. Just get it. If you're thinking you want it, just get it. Okay, now that we've gotten that all the way, let's pause for 1 second. This game may not be your style. A lot of games aren't. You might hate this game. My review is 100% biased because I enjoyed the game. Listen. Games are unique to each person. My recommendation? Take this with a grain of salt. In your review, you say, take it with a grain of salt. If there's a demo, try the demo. Watch some videos online. See if it's really a game you'd actually like. I can sit here and try to convince you it's a great game or it's a terrible game, but guess what? Make your own opinion. I'm just some random guy on the internet. Make your own opinion. Watch a little bit of the game. See what you like. You think it's good? Great, play it. If not, don't. It's one of millions of games. There are so many good games out there. Just do me a favor and pick one. Now, farewell, Templar. Happy hunting. Oh, and like, subscribe, blah, 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 whatever YouTubers say. Take care.